it's really important to me to get the message out there, any health benefits or anything that's relating to green projects that I'm really jumping up and down about. So we've had an opportunity within our practice to get some e-bikes.
We felt that we had a great opportunity to start executing our home visits, patient visits via e-bike as an alternative to car travel.
So we're predominantly going to be using it for our clinical staff to go on home visits, and that's the aim of getting the GPs away from the coalface really. They're on the computers quite a lot now. There's a lot of admin work in general practice. And so it's quite refreshing for them to be able to come off of their computers and go out on on a bike to visit the patients without putting too much effort in.
Just about with it is this increased awareness that it's created, and it's not an increased awareness purely about riding a bike. It's been perhaps about thinking about alternative ways of getting about and our lifestyle whilst we're at work. And so that my main barrier and my main concern with this really was the liability as a practice. Employees would be using the bike, but very simple fix in terms of communication with our insurance provider. That's been fine, and just getting that confirmation that it would be provided, and that's been at no extra cost to us. The other thing as well to consider is e-bikes actually need to be serviced, and they need to be serviced by professionals, a bit like a car. And I have a ongoing service agreement with the company we bought the bike from that will allow us to do that, and that's written into our risk assessments as a practice, which just provides that little bit more assurance for us. We haven't got an awful lot of space at Perranporth surgery, unfortunately, so as a result I keep my bike with me here for the guys to pick up the news. So it's in people's faces, which is quite nice. So people see it, they're interested, and that touches people from outside the practice, which is nice. Sometimes I meet patients in here and they see the bike and question what's that. So nice to be able to talk about it actually.
We need competency forms to make sure that all of our people that are using the e-bikes are safe to do so. So it's really important that we've got some helmets and some high-vis jackets for everybody to make sure that they feel safe when they're going out. They also have to have a full UK driving licence to have an e-bike, and if they don't, then it's recommended they go on the bikeability.org website and do like an assessment process to just ensure that they will be safe on the road.
We're pacing about 14 miles a week, and that actually is from a lower amount of bike use but over longer journeys, which I wasn't expecting. I thought that the clinicians would choose to use it when it was a nearer visit, something they could quickly do, but they're choosing it for outlying visits, which is quite interesting actually. So it's almost like a lifestyle choice to go out and use a bike for a little bit longer, be able to do it. So again, there's the indirect impact of their own well-being to be able to do that. So over the year, that alone would save 1/3 of a tonne of carbon emissions. I expect that to increase as the uptake of clinicians improves, as the weather improves, and potentially as people start taking more bikes on themselves. It's quite a challenging time actually, Amanda, at the moment for us, and in terms of the welfare of staff, it's particularly challenging. People are very worried about money. As GP practices, we're working under the same contract we were working under 5 years ago, so we can't provide benefit necessarily in that way. It's nice to be able to have energy in something which is proactive, is nice, and it helps. And it's not just about the welfare of the staff, actually it's my welfare. It's nice to think and do something which is a little bit different.
Because our medical students that are based here because of the train station, and so they don't come to us with cars, so they don't end up going on home visits. So this is a really good opportunity for our clinicians to go out and see patients on their own and give them the confidence that actually they can get there and back. And not have to worry or wait for one of our GPs to necessarily transport them there. So this is a win-win for us in terms for our medical students. So really, really chuffed about that.
A number of clinicians have started running to work in the morning. The main barrier has been cars for home visits. So it's meant they've been able to do that themselves, which again would have welfare issues themselves, which is fantastic.
This is Dr. Haywood, and on our e-bike after coming back from a visit. So there's a couple of things that we're going to be doing, and some that we still need to put in place. And then above all, really, is to enjoy it. So, you know, take the most of it and pop outside and, you know, get the fresh air.